Hey guys, guess what? I got my room back. So I don't have to tape in my kitchen anymore. I can tape in my bedroom again. So today in writing, we're going to write about if you gave a cat a cupcake. So if you haven't read that story with Miss Crawford, go back to YouTube and make sure you read the story with Miss Crawford before you watch our writing video. So pause your computer or phone or whatever, go back and watch it if you haven't. If you have, what I need you to do is go get a blank piece of paper. It can have lines. If it does have lines, cool. If it doesn't have lines, it's okay. It can be blank. Get your pencil and let's get ready. So let's think about if you gave a cat a cupcake. They did a lot of stuff in that story, right? The girl gave the cat the cupcake, then she gave him some sprinkles, and then the sprinkles fell, and then they went to a beach, then they went to the museum, or a merry-go-round in the gym. They were lifting weights, then they wanted to race each other. I want you to think about all the things, all of the activities that they did in the story, because we're going to write about which was your favorite. Okay, so let's think about the activities. They went to the beach. The cat lifted some weights, like at the gym. They went to the science museum. They went on a merry-go-round. What else did they do? They had a race. So right now, I want you to take a second and think about, because remember our 4 steps: think it, say it, write it, read it. Right now, we're going to think about what our favorite activity was that the cat did with the girl in the story. So if you need to, take a minute, pause the video, and think about what activity you want to write about that was your favorite. Think, because I did. I also wrote the title of the book on the top of our page so that when we're going back to our writing, we know what we're writing about. So let's write it together. Well, I wrote it. You can follow along with me. The first word is if, heart word, capital I, F, U, another heart word, Y-O-U. Give is another heart word because it doesn't follow the rules. G-I-V-E, A, cat, let's stretch that out, at, C-A-T. A, cupcake, and we can stretch that out too. C, U, P, C, A, K, and then the magic E to make the A a long A. So take a minute to write that. Okay, now we need to think about what we want to write as our first sentence. My favorite part is when, so we're going to start with those 5. My favorite part is when. So remember, we're going to come down so that we have space for our picture. So when we start a sentence, we start with a what? What do we start a sentence with? A capital letter. So our first word is my. That's a heart word, capital M-Y. And favorite, we've written that before. Let's stretch it out. A, v, or it. Finger space. F, A, V, O, R, I, T, E. My favorite part. We can definitely stretch that out. Art. You stretch it out. Art. Finger space. P. Artist, artist. R, R, R. A, R says R. A, R, T, T. Remember, if you don't have lines, it's okay. I don't have lines. I'm just trying to stay straight. Finger space. Next word is I-S. That's a heart word. Next word, when. That's also a hard word. W-H-E-E-N. My favorite part is when. Now, here's where our stories might be different because we might have different favorite parts. So, I'm going to tell you when my favorite part is. My favorite part is when they go to the museum, the science museum. So, my sentence is going to say, my favorite part is when they go to the museum. That's my sentence. I want you to think of what your favorite part is, and then I want you to write it. So we're going to pause and we're going to finish the rest of this sentence. I'm going to write my sentence and you're going to write your sentence. You're going to stretch out all your sounds and you're going to write your words as neat as you can. So we're going to pause the video and finish our sentence. I'm going to read you my sentence. My favorite part is when they go to the museum. Now you read your sentence. Great job. Now we have to explain why. So, my favorite part is when they go to the museum. Now we have to think of a sentence to tell our readers why. I know why that's my favorite part because I've taken you guys to the museum before and it reminded me of that. So now I need to think of a sentence that's going to go after this sentence. So, I know. It reminds me of, so let's write, I'm going to write that because that's my sentence. It, heart word, remember I'm starting a new sentence, so I have a capital. Reminds me of when Johnson and Wales, I'm going to write J and W, went together. So that's my sentence. And then that's my sentence that tells you why it's my favorite. It reminds me of when Johnson and Wales went together, when we went to the museum together. So now I want you to write your sentence about why you chose whatever part was your favorite part. So go ahead and write your sentence. You can pause the video and finish your sentence. You should have two sentences now with capitals and periods at the end of the sentence. So go ahead and read me your second sentence. Awesome, guys. Your writing is getting so amazing. So now that we have our sentences, what I want you to do is get your pencil ready so that you can start your picture. And remember, we start our picture in pencil, and we're making sure that it goes along with our words. So I'm going to pause the video, and when I come back, I'm going to have my picture done. So when you guys are done with your picture, you can press play again so that we can look at each other's pictures. Guys, I want to show you my picture. First, I want to read it again so that you don't forget what I wrote. My favorite part is when they go to the museum. It reminds me of when Johnson and Wales went together. And look what I drew. Remember when we went to the museum and we were in the bubble room? So I drew the table with the bubbles in it. And then we have like the wands where we were making bubbles and we were all blowing bubbles. So the first thing I thought of when I read the story with Miss Crawford was like, oh man, I remember when Johnson and Wales went to the museum and we had so much fun in the bubble room. So that's why I wrote about my favorite part being when they go to the museum. But remember, you could have written about when they race or when they lift weights and go to the gym or when they went to the beach. You know I like the beach too. Or the merry-go-round because the horse that the girl rode on had a purple mane, which remember purple is my favorite color. So if you want to add another sentence about another reason why that was your favorite part, I would love to see that. So, great job writing today. I won't see you tomorrow because tomorrow is Saturday. So, have an awesome weekend. Write a lot. Don't forget to read a lot. Send me all of your writing, email, text message, because I love watching you guys read and write. And I miss you, and I'll see you soon.